Yeah, hello and welcome to this video. Yeah, some games I want to play. Just wonder what the time. I could do something a little bit different. Yeah, let's go for a longer game for a start. 15 plus 15. Yeah, that's really long, but it worked quite well last time. Just hope I'm okay. Playing Uraya up to Malik. Yeah, let's see what happens. By the way, if you notice, behind me I always have my Keep It Simple E4 book, and now it has a nice green companion, the D4 one. Yeah, okay. And going to stick to that book's repertoire. Knight F3 and basically G3 against everything. But not against H6. It's a bit too slow, I guess. So he's got H6 played. Interesting. Yeah, H6 is not very useful, but also not hurting him all that much. The question is how I benefit the most from this move. I can take on d5 and play knight c3. This is often an idea, using an additional tempo in an otherwise symmetrical position, but I think he can probably just play knight f6 and e6 and be kind of okay. Okay, I'm going to play queen c2. I'm really not sure if I have something special against this h6 stuff. Knight c3 was of course possible, but after knight f6 I have the same question, what to do. Now, I play g3 for some sort of a Catalan setup. It makes some sense, yeah, as he does not have bishop f5. Can also play bishop f4 here. Play for a more classical setup. Likely he will go e6, bishop d6 against this. And h6 is somewhat useful. It's not. Maybe now he can take, queen takes, and bishop f5. And makes quite a bit of sense, actually. Yeah, and what do we know now? The move h6 looks silly, but it is probably not not completely terrible. Yeah, there have been some experiments recently with early h6 moves in the Queen's Gambit. a6, I mean, and yeah, maybe we will soon see h6. Yeah, okay, I don't have any problem or anything like that, but I did not manage to really call his opening setup into question. Bishop e6, I'm not certain if that is so great. I would rather have gone to f5, covering e4 and then e6 next. Here it looks like he will move the bishop again soon. He can go g6, of course, that's a way to develop. But most of the time you play with something like here, like bishop f5 and e6. And then h6 actually is kind of useful, yeah. Okay, he went bishop d5. Yeah, I guess d2, bishop d5 is interesting. maybe he simply wants to take on f3 at the right moment. That is very likely. Once I have knight c3 played, the threat of e4 is so annoying that he might take on f3. Okay, this is possible. Be careful. Now queen b6 maybe. That's probably his idea. Yeah, queen b6, I expect that move. b7 is attacked and it's very natural to play queen b6. I will go knight bd2, I guess, against it. I'm a bit surprised that he's taking time for this decision. Wow, that's very strange. You almost never really want to move the b pawn in combination with the bishop somewhere here, because that is so weakening. Okay, the most obvious reply is knight c3 in this position. a4 and probably bishop d5. I also have knight e5, but I think after bishop d5 this might be still kind of okay for black. Yeah, knight c3 looks extremely natural. I don't think he can allow me to simply take the bishop. That would completely weaken the light squares, like so much that probably beyond repair. Tja, that is general observation that you don't want to move the b pawn ever when you have the bishop somewhere here on the king side, when it is not on b7. On b7 the bishop is often covering the light squares, and then you can play a65 later and free yourself. But now the bishop is here, and that is really not good, to simply to cover all the pawns. If you imagine I get to take this thing on e4, and then the long diagonal here is open, that is a really awful weakness on the c file. Yeah, I'm curious what he's doing now. I'm threatening immediately to play knight e4, and knight e5. So, like, oops, takes and knight e5. But this is a threat that he will definitely take care of. Almost any reasonable move will stop it anyway, something like e6, for example. Yeah, bishop d5. This is an interesting choice now, because both queen c2 and knight takes d5 is certainly better for white. Both continuations are better for white. Queen c2 threatens e4. Tough call. Knight d5, I expect queen d5. And then you move the queen away, and then you have a huge discovery later with the knight. Tough call, really. Maybe this is even better. It's really hard to say. Queen c2 is also very strong. Yeah, I expect queen takes, so okay. Queen takes would have at least been a tempo gain. Because I moved the queen again. Okay, is there something better here than castling? The move e4 is not out of the question here, but okay, I will probably have to castle anyway, so let's do it. Yeah, now e4 and d5. This is what looks like the most aggressive way to play. Just open the position up and try to catch him in the center. You know, it's definitely extremely dangerous. A slow positional play is also not bad. Bishop d2 and rook c1, for example. This is definitely good. Maybe a4. Let's go a4 first. Not easy for him to answer this move. He definitely does not want to take. That is strategically pretty much a disaster. And there's queen to b7 maybe. a6 I take, and then he would need to take with a c pawn. It also would be pretty ugly. And b4 I go e4. And then he cannot even go knight b6 due to a5. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, knight f6 looks like the only move, more or less. Knight b6 gets kicked by a5. That cannot be good. I'm not so certain what I do after knight f6. There is something super aggressive like d5, or just the normal move. Let's say rook e1 or knight e5. Yeah, now d5 is very tempting. Going for an immediate kill. It's really tough to not play this move. It just screams to be played. Can pre-move e d5. If he takes it, I will take with e pawn. Yeah, queen d5. I will go queen c2, which threatens all the discovered moves by the knight, and queen c8. And knight takes, I don't actually know what I'm doing. Probably knight e5. Okay, so queen c2 was my intended move. Just wonder if there is something better. No, don't see anything better. Queen c6 maybe. Yeah, queen c6 at least does not look like an immediate kill. Yeah, he has to play queen c6, I think. The threat to move the knight and queen c8. There's probably nothing else. Now a simple way to have a huge advantage is to take, to play knight d4, queen c2, knight c2, knight d5, knight e3. This is a very comfortable advantage. But I wonder if this is best. You can also take here and play knight e5 and win the exchange. That's also certainly good. I have this feeling that there could be and should be more. If I go to e2, let's keep the queens on. Maybe queen a6. Queen a6, what a move. Queen a6, yeah, it's probably what he has to do. Difficult to not trade then. Queen d1 maybe. Yeah, but then probably knight c6, and I have probably nothing better than winning the exchange. It's always tough to say if you have an attack going, if you should continue to play with this attack, and even though you're not quite sure that it wins, that you feel like you should play in this more aggressive way, or to win material. Always difficult. Probably here, instead of queen e2, taking a knight e5, winning the exchange was stronger. He doesn't have compensation for it, I think. Queen a6 looks more or less forced. I'm kind of surprised that he's having a decision here. Odd. What else is there? Okay, so I got knight e5. It would be the most obvious move here. Yeah, it would be odd if it isn't good. I mean, what does he do now? The simple issue here is that almost, I mean, where is the queen going? Let me do it like that, yeah. If I now take on d5 simply, and then queen takes rook d1, you're not telling me that black is surviving this. That this is kind of impossible. But I don't see how I'm killing him. Bishop d5, queen d5, rook d1, queen b7. Looks absolutely terrible, but how do we win? Rook d1, immediately he will play bishop e7, I guess. Again, I don't see a win. Remarkable. I don't see a win. Bishop takes, queen takes, rook d1, queen b7. Huh. Looks completely odd. But I don't see how I'm winning. Maybe a5 is doing the trick, yeah, intending a6. I want queen b5. If I can manage queen b5, it's game over. Okay, come on. Let's do it. I mean, I will play it at the end anyway, so even if I cannot figure out a concrete win, it's just unlikely that I find something that is looking clearly better. Wow. Really? Not queen b7. Opponent proposes a take back. Okay. I don't mind. I mean, I didn't quite see why queen c5, something like bishop f4 is probably killing him, but okay, my threat was a6, which he stopped. Now, can we somehow I would like to prevent him from castling. That is definitely something that would help. Bishop e7 and castling, that is what he wants to do next. Maybe I don't need to think about. I mean, maybe I just can play normal moves there and just claim that he cannot move. That he's just completely stuck in his position. I'm thinking of bishop e7 and rook c1 and then bishop b6. The knight cannot move at all. That was one point of a5, seeing if he stops it with a6, then I get the b6 square. And in this particular case, I wonder if I go bishop b6, what his reply is, because I'm threatening rook c7. And I don't quite see what he's doing now. Rook c7 looks completely deadly. Rook c8 I can take and then play queen e4. Then the rook on a8 cannot save himself or itself. Yeah, maybe that was the right way to do it, not going for an immediate mate, but rather just play something normal and cash in with a great position. No, he cannot move anything. Rook c7 is pretty deadly. Yeah, so I want to take and play queen e4. That should kill him off, yeah. Or queen f8. That is actually even threatening on f7 at the same time. Don't think it matters much. Queen e4 or queen f3, as he cannot save the rook anyway. Even after queen e4, there's no way to save the rook. Take back, send. What? Don't see it actually. Or take back. A bit of a strange message here. Maybe he wanted to resign and hit the wrong button. Oh, please don't let the clock run down. That would be awful. Let me wait 7 minutes here. Yeah. While he's waiting, I can show you something. Oh, now he made a move. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Take the rook, right? So how do we end the game? Bishop a7, huh? Yeah. What I wanted to show, I was thinking he was just letting the clock run down. That without actually me knowing that, they extended the sale on Chessable on all my courses. Right after the Black Friday sale, they started a Cyber Monday sale. I'm really not in the loop on all those Black Friday, Cyber Monday, whatnot. I don't really participate in those kind of things. I know people just buy stuff for whatever, like no tomorrow those days, so they're really informed. I'm not. I didn't know that something that like Cyber Monday exists even, but it just has the consequence that my courses are on sale a little bit longer. So I thought it would end today in the morning, but not the case. Yeah, that's too late now, buddy. No way to save the material. Hmm. Yeah, okay. Dum-de-dum. Yeah, so we got, I can click here, right? You see all my courses, including the Nimzo Rogozin course, they are still, I'm almost the whole front page. It's nice. Didn't know that. This is also me in cooperation with Daniel Barish. So got half of the front page. Yeah, so if you want to get any of those courses, yeah, it's a good time to do it. Yeah. Also, if you like the other types of videos, I made a puzzle video or a chess problem video, I think the day before. If you liked it, let me know. It's always good to get some feedback on different video formats. Also, what about time controls? Having a game like this is pretty nice, I think, once in a while. One drawback is that stuff like that can happen. You have some joker here who's now letting the clock run down. It can happen also in Blitz, but at least it has some kind of time limit. I mean, here it's completely obvious that he's losing the house. Just resign, buddy. Yeah, I don't get that. Such a waste of time. I've gotten again that nice ginger from my organic supermarket there. This is so great. The tea is extremely tasty, and it has this nice, yeah, I don't know what the right word is. It's very, very spicy in a way. Very nice. Much better than the cheap ginger. Yeah, and ages later. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, the thing is, if they let the clock run down, they get some kind of minus score on the chess, but yeah, okay. While he's doing this nonsensical stuff, we can have a look at the game a little bit. So maybe I should play knight c3 and try to exploit h6 in some other way. This is not really fantastic. He could have played bishop f5, and this I cannot analyze. Bishop, the game is still running. Bishop f5. I think this is a bit better than bishop e6, even though this might not be the end of the world. This one, yeah, and this is, I think, pretty awful. He should just play queen b6, and I don't see anything bad happening to black. Queen b6. I will probably play knight bd2, and then the position is approximately equal. Maybe white is marginally better, but it's nothing special. b5, however, is no, I'm sorry. b5, however, is better for white, and pretty substantially so. The big question here is play either this or queen c2. Queen c2 is threatening e4 and also looks very strong. I couldn't quite determine what's better, but knight takes is ultimately good. I thought you would play queen d5 in this position because I don't want to take necessarily. After c takes d5, I'm better, but it's not so clear. I would have moved the queen. I thought that it's better than a knight takes because here you get immediately hit. And here the question is, how strong was d5? It looks very, very, it looks like the right move. Yeah, very powerful, trying to break through in the center, but a slower move like rook e1 is definitely also strong. Yeah, and here I can already win some material after queen c2, queen c6. Looks like the only move. I can take, again, I cannot move. Take knight e5 wins the exchange. Maybe this is strongest, but this is also not bad. And the upside is if it works, yeah, it is really, really, really strong. Now I'm threatening a6. No, I think this is pretty much a win. And now I've accidentally clicked take back. Yeah, so what an idiot. Sorry, I'm just calling it now. I mean, I want to be polite, but people like that really wreck my nerve. Yeah. The nice thing is I've had this kind of stuff, and then they ask for a rematch. This is the best thing to do. Yeah, asking for a rematch. How can I block him? Block him somehow. Get leave. I want to block this guy. Cool. Yeah, just a waste of time of everybody involved. I don't get it really. But some people are just immensely, I don't know. Okay, so let's go for some more blitz games maybe. Mehr Dead Rock. Okay. Let's try something unconventional. He's playing very quickly. I went for a double fianchetto. It's a rarely seen variation, but it is not too bad. White has an advantage, but it is nothing out of the ordinary. Okay, I think I'm going to take. Expect pawn takes, okay. Okay, let's go. Knight e4 and trade this one. I don't mind to trade one or two pieces. Got a bit less space. Now I'm threatening c5, just winning a piece, so very likely he will move the queen. It's not so clear where the queen should go, because I also have this idea to take on d4 and take on e2. Yeah, this is one of the moves that stops this idea. Let's act and prevent bishop f3. Queen g5, is that a move? Yeah, not. It's not very dangerous. Okay. Yeah, I thought queen g5 was a bit more of a problem now, but he didn't quite think the same. So queen g5, what is his reply? Is he just going f3 and saying that? Yeah, at the end of the day, c7 is hanging, so something that I have to take into account, but it's still a bit too tempting, this move. Bishop g3, I go h4. That was the idea why I went h5 in the first place. But f3 is not so clear. Wow. That move I didn't even that didn't even register as a legal move to me. So if I go queen f5, what's going on? How does he ever cover all this? I've got queen h3 now. Pawn to f3, like, no. Pawn to f3 though, was interesting. I mean, it looked ungodly ugly, but maybe it was still playable. Okay, now always c7 hanging at the end, yeah. Knight c7. This, okay. I thought knight c7 and then rook b8 was my idea. Okay, here I'm just taking. Knight takes rook d8. Looks like pretty awful self pin. Wow. Yeah. Rook a1, yeah, coming. Yeah. Don't think he had to play this f3 move. I didn't quite see it actually at first. Check here, f3 is maybe an issue. Like here, f3. I mean, I can go back here. Yeah, okay, this is very strong. The one point is that probably this, this, and knight g4. Line like that is winning for black. Yeah, he cannot take it because of mate, which only leaves rook f2, and then I can take, and then now I'm winning everything here. Okay, so let's go for another game. I run out of tea. That is early. Let's go for one more game. Godes. Yeah, we'll get. Okay, not a Grünfeld, but almost. This is one of the rare cases where I suggest to play c3 because the idea to go for e4 is pretty nice actually. Play for e4. Bishop f5. Wow, okay. Okay, so we've got a stone wall. In the stone wall, you just put your knights on d3 and f3 and enjoy slight advantage. This is a very simple approach, but one that nevertheless works pretty nicely. If they blunder g6, it's even better. Yeah, it's kind of a non-game rematch maybe. Yeah. Okay, that's a bit of an uncommon line. Okay, maybe my move order wasn't very precise. The knight is hanging, and in addition, the f5 square looks a bit weak. We had to play bishop e6 first or something. It looks pretty bad, actually. That is a pretty bad position. I already made a mistake there with my move order. Played a bit too quickly. Yeah, this is the thing. He's playing too quickly. He's not playing it in the best possible way. The queen is probably already misplaced there. Now, how do we handle this? Yeah, I would like to go e4 and completely cut the queen off. He's got f3 though. This is the thing. Can also play b4 and take on, not quite, almost take on c2. I'm down to 36 seconds. Yeah, he played instantly. Every single move he played instantly. The time is basically forcing me to stop the commentary. I think I'm okay. Yeah, I mean that it would be odd if not. Yeah, with all the pieces being as active as they are. He has a hard time to move any of his pieces, really. For queen c1, for rook c1. I mean, he cannot move anything. Knight is stuck on b1. I will play rook c1 almost no matter what. I don't see anything really that he can threaten in this position. Didn't see this move. Let's see, how do we win? Time is really awful. To play for mate here, actually, that would be good. Nine seconds. Yeah, I'm probably not winning this, which is awful, really, considering how the game went. I got no time really to calculate this. Ah. Yeah, I'm losing this terrible, really. After such an... Yeah, I mean, he's just completely done here after rook c1. And I still managed to bungle this up. Yeah, I have to find something good here probably just to... I mean, that is winning in many ways, but the thing is I only have 13 seconds. This is the only problem. I spent so much time at the beginning. And once he has... I've also given away the h pawn, which is a big problem, as then my king is so weak. Yeah, I just need a little bit more time, like go here. It's also probably relatively easy then to win. The a pawn is always topped on a7, and I just have to activate the knight somewhere. Yeah, it was a bit awful because I screwed up the move order here. I should play probably bishop e6 first, and this is a bit awful. Now I have to find something to even stay in the game, and what he did here is just bad. It's just bad chess. G4 is strong, and this is just bad. Queen h7 and this whole stuff is just pretty awful. White is completely outplayed. Yeah, really a shame because I managed even with no time to completely turn this game around. And then okay, now knight g6 and f5 is minus a million. Yeah, this is pretty nice. Yeah, that shows how bad queen h7 was. Yeah, okay, so one more game and then don't want to end with this awful performance. And now Joseph 09 has to suffer. A bit not really his fault, but now he has to suffer. Yeah, it's a fairly normal Ruy Lopez kind of position. Looks fairly okay for black. Played this a little bit too quickly actually, due to the game before. It's always a little bit tiltish, yeah, if you play such a game which is after the screwed up first move, so one-sided, and you still manage to lose. Really awful. Now I'm trying to double behind the a4 lever. That's a well-known motif. One well-known game with this idea is the first match game 1992, that rematch between Fischer and Spassky. It was far more effective when Fischer played it, but this is not bad for white. Expected knight b6. He's got a lot on the queen side. Therefore, I'm trying to make something happen on the king side. Wow. Okay, maybe it is completely harmless what I have here on the king side, but he's very relaxed about it. Okay, so this stops queen to g4. I don't really get pieces over to that side of the board that easily. Okay, let's go queen f3. He takes a7. I have rook a7. That looks dangerous. Okay, I was thinking to move the knight and then queen g3 h4. It's still very slow. Okay, we cover that for the moment. Now that is not good really. I don't have anything in particular and he is defending well. Wants to go f6. No, then I have knight e6 basically all of the time. Queen h4, maybe finally. Finally I get half a threat. Yeah, I didn't play this well. This is not a good game. Even if I get to h7, I mean, he moves the rook somewhere, and then I'm not really threatening all that much. Yeah, but he seems concerned. He seems concerned. Okay, so but this is a bit risky. That is a bit risky. I mean, the rook on the third is really important. So check, and this one. I don't think he saw this idea at all. Now I don't see a defense really. Well, no, he blundered this on the third rank. Okay, so I'm going to stop the video. I'm a bit tired anyway. I hope you enjoyed it. There was a longer game at the very beginning and then some blitz with some good and some bad moments. I'll be back soon enough. Thanks for watching.